The greatest new face ever from your stable, of course there have been many, would have to be Salman Khan. And there is no story I know to do with you than the introduction of Salman Khan into the movies. You have seen an audition, he gave a crap audition apparently. उनको नाचना नहीं आता था उस समय. I don't know how many people, how many viewers have heard this story, but I really want you to recount the making of Salman Khan, and of course, which is also the making of Sooraj Barjatya, which is Maine Pyar Kiya.
No, it's almost 40 years now,
wow.
Man. But it had to be, and I clearly remember the credit goes to a girl called Shabana Dutt, whom we were testing for Maine Pyar Kiya heroine.
Okay.
Yeah, and of course her test did not work out, but she said...
Was she an actor or model?
She was a model.
Okay.
And she said that, are you looking at the boys? I said, yeah, please suggest someone. She said, मैंने एक ad किया, I think कोई चप्पल का ad था.
Lakhani.
Yes, Lakhani. He said, उसमें ना एक one boy, he may fit you. He's Salman Khan, Salim Saab's son, so you call him. तो सबसे पहले we thought कि अभी Salim Saab's son, why would he work with me? But then we had no choices because कौन करेगा काम को, you know, we are trying so many. जिसको
आते थे. You're sure that has to be a new face.
Yeah, new
right?
face.
Because it's a young couple.
Yeah. So then we contacted. So then Salman bhai बोला मैं आऊँगा. So it's so funny, man. He came with an idea. अरे मैं तो मना करके जाऊँगा क्योंकि ये तो बांसुरी पकड़ा देंगे धोती वोती. Because हमारे तब तक हिट हुई थी विलेज पिक्चरें, and Sachin ji was the only big star we had done. So he was ready to. Now I'm in my room and then he has come. I go out to see him and he's such a short man, such a short boy, and hardly I said ये तो क्या हीरो ही नहीं लग रहे. But he came to my room and some pictures he had brought. And I said, picture mein to is outstanding. I mean, I can tell you in real and the pictures, that is the photo.
And that is the camera, right?
That is the camera, and that is how we...
Lots of good-looking people do not photograph well, and reverse being true.
Reverse being true. Yeah. But I said, look, what will I do with this? So, but then I started narrating. He's sitting like this, literally.
But he had a swag at that time also. कुछ किए नहीं अभी तक, लखानी चप्पल क्या करते हैं. But swag है सलमान खान का.
And literally, you know, he is like this while listening to my script. And as Kabutar Ja came, he became like this. He became like this. Of course, later he told me that now I want to do Chala Nahi Chahe by this lying down. And I'm narrating to him, and my other dhyan is to this photograph. I said, this photograph is relating to this script. And Kabutar Ja jaise interval we shook hands that we want to do. But the issue that was happening is that now we need to put him on test. And when you put him on test, literally, मेरी गलती थी as a newcomer or him, his voice was only not there. There was no throw. There was no throw. I mean, क्या बोल रहे थे पता ही नहीं चलता था. Then we decided to have a dance because we had huge dances. So he called Farah one day to our office. She was also 19 and 20 like us.
They were just friends.
Yeah, please show dance. So I put on, clearly remember, I put on हम तो तेरे आशिक हैं सदियों पुराने, फर्ज का गाना. And Farah showed some steps to him. Then Farah went away because he was not. Then I have the test also where it's going all wrong foot.
You have the footage?
Yeah, I have everything, and I don't give it to anyone.
Of course not.
And all going wrong footing here. I said, how will we do this? But finally I just put him on a chair, I gave him a guitar, and I put on, Oh Hansini, Mere Hansini, Kahan ud chali. And I put the camera, and he just nodded like this. And I said, look at this face. Look at this style, look at this romance. But then he's not able to speak also well. Then next day I get an issue with him that he's already doing one film, Bhai Bivi Hote Aise, and side role. Now what do we do? And we have to launch mera career, launch sabka career, launch Rashti ka career. But the hero is doing a side role. Can you imagine today you start a love story side role? Then 6 months tak, man, he kept sending other people. I'm holding him. He said, नहीं मेरे से बेटर ये है इसको ले लो, मेरे से बेटर ये है इसको ले लो, मेरे से बेटर. Finally 6 months we went to.
So these are all these people he was hanging with.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
सबके photo
yeah.
जितने भी दोस्त हैं.
हाँ, सबको you are not liking me send. Finally I went to Satish Bhalla building where he was shooting to tell him I can't take you because you are doing some other film. There also I'm going, he's got 2 people lined up, please take him. I said, how to tell no to this person? That was the genuineness in him. I said, no, we will do with him. But the credit goes to that personality who was so truthful that if my film is, I'm doing someone else's film and it's nothing, your film is more important. Even that he has today. If I were to make, like for example, I'm writing a film for him, and if I want to make with someone else, he said, no, please make. No, never has he told me why you are making Uchai or I should be there. No, please make. Should I come for a guest appearance? That is his. And his photographs. I've rarely seen someone with one nod and just.
That's really what happened. Right? It's been so many years.
So that is how we started with.
Right. When you were starting out, and now I know when we look back 40 years and we know how successful you've been and how successful he's been, it all seemed very hunky-dory. But was there a point where, say, because your production house is on a decline, you are the first person in your family to direct a film, so there is no precedence here, right? You're also making something which is technically original, so ये भी tried and tested नहीं है, although the genre needed to return, which is what you did. What was going on with Salman Khan at that time? एक तो आपका तो समझ में आता है. What was he like? Was he assisting somebody else, Shashilal Nair or someone?
He was Shashilal, but we were both at a very odd stage in our lives. We were at a low at Rashtriya. My film was a make or break. Salman bhai ka bhi phase I clearly remember because itna time I've spent with him in bandstand, just chatting, what do we do? Because that was also a time where Salim Sa was at a low. Naam was the only film there. So that
and then there is a family.
It's a family.
Right.
That's a house. Again with a question mark, what is going to happen? So both of us were at a stage where this film or no. He would tell me I'll become an assistant director. I'll say I'm also going to, let's see what I will do. So we were more or less both of us going through the same stage in our lives. So this film was, our lives were there for one shot.
Right.
One shot ke liye we would have given our lives. So.
Right. And of course you created this character around him, which technically speaking is you. Prem naam hai unka, but वो हैं सूरज बड़जात्या, and you do हम आपके हैं कौन as.
No, but it's not me.
No.
मैं ना.
You as writer of course.
Yeah, but it's his inputs. We are doing 50-50.
Okay.
I go to him even today. I go to him with a very straight scene. That's a Suraj's scene.
Give me an example.
Oh God. Okay. So many.
एक. From मैंने प्यार किया, from हम आपके हैं कौन, from हम हम साथ साथ हैं, प्रेम रतन धन पायो.
बहुत है ऐसे तो, but 2-3 things I'll tell you. Now if you see हम आपके कौन में my songs are also scenes. So I went to him that हम आपके कौन में the hero is dreaming of a life with Madhuri. कि ऐसा होगा तो it will be I'm going for work and she whistles and he comes up again, he doesn't want to hear, and then together they are there. So I told him, I said Salman bhai, if एक moment करना है मुझे माधुरी और आपका, where थोड़ा सा you're close to each other and then you have to just tickle her like this. Now, what is my way of tickle is a little tickle like that. He said, I'll do. Now, he turns Madhuri and he tickles her on the edge of her blouse. So, that is what he puts to the character. These are the things. So, he'll just turn and I think he adds a little spice to it to run to all of them. For example, I have written those lines when she says that next time Gulel se don't hit, it is bad manners. आपसे सिर्फ आपसे तो हम गुस्ताखी कर सकते थे. Now आपसे तो हम गुस्ताखी क्यों, हम आपके हैं कौन? But उसके बाद जो वो dips करते हैं सलमान भाई, that is his. Otherwise mine would have been very looking down, soft, sitting. But then that's what he added. So I think Prem has come from.
from him and you both together. And is he the same person in all those films? Like the reason why you're not changing his name is because he's the same person after all. Is that true?
Almost there, yeah.
Pretty much. Has there ever been a fear though, and I'm also asking this because you have a file left behind by your father or perhaps your grandfather where all your films, all the Rajshri films have been rated, and agar tumko wapas banana ho, then look at the rating and go back to it. Is there a file like that with you?
There's a file he has left behind of all the possible stories that can be made into films. Over his whole 50, 60 years of experience, he has been, I did not know, and he used to keep dictating to the typist, and then he has made, and that file he has left behind, कि कभी भी ज़रूरत पड़े, this is a potential subject, this is a good twist, this is a good climax, this is a good, and उसमें से he has also said this is a Rashtriya film, you can make this with a little change. So I think it's a father's love for his son.
Wow. And these are not necessarily Rajshri films.
No.
They're just plot points.
Plot points, yeah.
Wow.
What he has read, what he has seen. And somewhere as a father, he knew what I could make. So he said, this you will make very well. This is your style. All these notes are with me. So it's a precious. Now I'm trying to coin something like this for my own sons.
In a way, do you think you fulfilled your father's dream? Like, because clearly this is a director's mind. This is not just a producer's mind. This is certainly not a distributor's mind. In a way, maybe he wanted to direct and you fulfilled that dream. Would that be correct to say?
He really wanted to. But then he used to always say that na मेरे को set के ऊपर सर दर्द हो जाता है. He was not an outdoor person. And he said my head, I used to get headaches. So outdoor and he said I didn't have the patience to sit and write. So he coined his life around Irwin Thalberg, the MGM studio head. So he said I coined my life, but he always wanted to direct. Somehow I fit into.
How amazing! It tallies with Salman Khan also. His father wanted to be a superstar, and his son fulfilled that dream.
And there's another story to it. Salim Saab says I owe to coming to Bombay also because of Rashtriya.
Okay.
Yeah, because मेरे ताऊजी की शादी हुई इंदौर में. So
what was his name?
Kamal Kumar Barjatya.
Yeah, of course.
He's here. So Kamal Kumar Barjatya की शादी गई इंदौर, बारात गई, तो उसमें there were certain film dignitaries. So Salim Saab said कि I was struggling, I wanted to go to Bombay, so I came and I came to see.
He gate-crashed the wedding.
Yeah, and there he met Mr. K. Amarnath, who told me hero बने, जो actor बनेगा आजा Bombay. I came to.
Oh wow!
So many things are linked between Salman Bhai and our family. I sometimes wonder क्या बाकी है और.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
Salman Bhai went to Scindia school.
So did you?
Not me. My Kamal Kumar, my Tauji went to Scindia.
Okay.
So there is so कहीं ना कहीं घूम कर के इतने चीजें.
But I do not know two people who could be more different from each other. You and Salman would be completely two different people, right? Like, do you hang out? Matlab, would you be at his party?
I don't go to his party. But if you see that the styles are, the way is different, but he sometimes he does say कि सूरज मैं राष्ट्रीय में पैदा होता तो मैं ऐसा होता, you would have been here, you would have been like that. But at core we are both the same. At core when we meet ना वही करते हैं. He tells me सूरज बाबू वही करते हैं, वही बैठते हैं, वही simple lives है, वही मासी है, वही. I went to him with Prem Ratandan Payo first version of the script, and now today we can see through each other. And he says, Sooraj Babu, why are we complicating? I said, Salman bhai, your image is so big. It's a काय का image. He said, जाने दो. वही he want to go for simple. Let's do the same thing, brother, sister, simple. Yet I put some action to it because I wanted to also serve his audiences, which is so huge. But you know,
when you look back at that film, what do you think of it, Soorajji? When you look back at Prem Ratandan Payo?
Again, Mayank, I think I tried to play a little safe. Whenever I have played safe, no, I have always, because I remember again the action part, I was doing it for the sake of. I remember there was today. I feel I should not have done it, but you know, Arman holding a gun and on a motorboat, and I wouldn't have done all that. I would have just made it a straight emotional affair. And
that's a film that you made with Salman, of course, after many years.
And it did well. But
Right.
when I look at it now, I don't like to see the climax. I could have done it much more gracefully.
You like Vivah more
I like Vivah.
as a
yeah.
film.
Subscribe to Midday India. Get direct notifications on all our videos by clicking on the bell icon.